Hey everyone, it's Amber Boyd Mormon. Today, giving you your legal tea. So if it's Thursday at 3 o'clock, you know it's time to get the legal tea. And today, I really want to talk about race discrimination. Also, how if we act collectively, we can really do a lot of change and see a lot of change. And one example that I want to discuss is the Newfields kind of fiasco. So if you're not in Indiana or honestly, if you're not in Indianapolis, you probably haven't heard about how Newfields, which Newfields used to be called the IMA, the Indianapolis or Indiana Museum of Arts. And it actually is like, it has a gallery where there's all this art. It's actually a really cool place. There is like a grounds, like it's hundreds of acres where you can walk around. Beautiful. It's a really beautiful campus. And this week, this week or last week, heads were rolling, and this week heads did roll. And so, if I've been following this story for a while, and it isn't this specific story, but just to kind of lead you up to like what you've been saying, and some of the things that's been going in Newfields is the first thing that I saw in July of 2020 was when Kelly Morgan, who was associate curator of American art at Newfields, resigned, and she sent a letter to the Indy Star talking about how it's a toxic and a discriminatory work environment. And she points to a lot of instances of discrimination, and how, Newfields talks a good game, but they don't back it up in any of their actions. And so I think like I'm going to link a story in regards to this Indy Star story about how, the Newfields was talking about how they wanted to be more culturally diverse while strengthening its financial footing, and wanted to make changes. And so at that time, the CEO was Charles Venable. I hope I'm saying his name right, but he was the CEO during this time, and so he was kind of leading this charge. I think he actually hired Kelly Morgan, and she was talking about in the article, she was talking about in her letter about how there are racist rants from the board, some board members, that there was when she was trying to push for the collections being more diverse, there she got some pushback regarding that. And throughout this entire time, the Newfields and really a lot of institutions are saying, we want to be more inclusive, we want to be more diverse, right? They're talking a good game, saying all these things, but their actions are not in alignment with what they're saying. Which I'm sure a lot of us have seen that from probably even our own employers in regards to like this summer, where there was a lot of protests in regards to Black Lives Matter, the death of George Floyd. We saw all of these employers saying these things, but their actions were not in alignment. And so that's what was going on. It seemed like part Kelly Morgan, and I have no reason to not believe her, so that's what Newfields was doing. They were talking this good game, but they were not, talking what they walked. And so that was what was recurring in July, and probably had been occurring for some time. And so it kind of came to a head probably like last week, when they had a position for a director was posted on their website. And one of the pieces in which they stated is that they listed that a role for the director position will be to find innovative ways to attract a broader and more diverse audience while maintaining the museum's traditional core white audience. And so what does that mean, right? When you see a job description that they're literally referring to making sure their audience remains white, how is that impacting the entire environment in which people are working in? I think it's substantial, right? Because when some employer is saying they want their core audience to be white, how is that impacting who they're hiring, right? How is that impacting who they're contracting with? It impacts a lot of people. So that means they could have someone who could be a great curator who's African American, and they not hire that person because they don't believe they can complete that mission. And the mission is a racial mission. I tend to believe, and I think that it's not hard to believe that would mean that they want to hire a Caucasian or a white individual. So when the story broke, when people put it out there that was a part of the language they use for the description of a job, which is not smart at all to do, but that's what they use as a description of the job, one thing that people did was people fought back, and it was really, really great to see in this instance. I know that there was an independent company that was in contract with them, and they pulled back. So I think that was awesome. But also, what happened was 85 employees of Newfields joined and band together and literally just said, look, we're not taking this. The president needs to step down. And them banding together caused the president to step down. He stepped down, I think it was this week, or maybe like Monday, when it was posted that he actually was stepping down from his position. And what you all need to take from Newfields and those employees is that those are the same things that you can do as well. When you see a manager or employer, or your employer being racist, really, for lack of better words, there are things that you can do. You all can band together to hold these people and hold these institutions accountable. And so one that can be by, all collectively, if you're in a department, if you're experiencing discrimination, or you believe your department manager or VP is being discriminatory, collectively going to HR, because I know it can be scary if one person goes by themselves, but collectively, if you act collectively, there's strength in numbers. Also, this is where I really get into a lot when it comes to when I have clients and maybe there's already been discrimination that's occurred. Maybe, and a lot of times my client has maybe been terminated or suspended or demoted, and we're filing a lawsuit. This is where you as an individual can step in and say, you know what, I'm going to be a witness to my coworker's lawsuit. I'm going to step up and say, this is what I experienced. This is what I saw. And that's going to, honestly, that's going to hold the company accountable as well. And so we are our brothers and sisters keeper. And so you have an interest in making sure your employer is being held accountable. And so the Newfields incident is really interesting. I'm sure the story is going to be ever evolving, because it's not just the president, right? Like, he's not drafting these employment descriptions and these postings for job postings. There's somebody in HR doing that. So I'm very curious to see what other individuals step down, and that's going to be really interesting to see. I think what I'm going to do also is I'm going to really post a video really soon about the interest of individuals to be witnesses to lawsuits. Because y'all, there is so much benefit to you being a witness to a lawsuit, and for people who are filing lawsuits to have witnesses who actually work for the company. That's all I got for today's legal tea. If you all have any questions regarding employment law, please do not hesitate to post your questions or slide in my DMs and ask me any questions. I just thought the Newfields incident today was super interesting. And like I said, I am going to have a video, post a video in regards to the interest of all people in being witnesses to lawsuits. Please like and share this video. And as always, please enjoy your day. Thank you all. Have a great day. Bye.